provide us a perspective of what it's been like this past week and what your team has been able to accomplish?
Well, last week, with given the bye, we were able to, again, really just focus on ourselves and take the first 2 matches and based on our assessments on where we need to move forward, we were able to spend a lot of time working on that space and not have to worry about an opponent. And we had everybody around. So this week we continue to focus on ourselves. We had 1 extra day of training because the game's on Sunday. And then we'll start looking towards Salt Lake and how we want to go try to get some points in Salt Lake.
A few bodies missing from training today. Could you give us an injury update?
Yeah, well, Damien is still on the mend. Again, we have the 1 extra day, so it's good for him to have that extra day to get healthy, but he's looking good. Stevie, same. He's kind of on the questionable list. We'll see how he progresses over the course of the week. Mark Bloom had a little bit of a setback last week, just a little quad soreness. So he's, again, it's with the extra day, we're just seeing how everybody progresses, being a little bit precautious today. And we'll build him into the week, and we'll see who is available coming the weekend. And then Eric Zavaleta he rolled an ankle a little over a week ago, but he's doing very well. I just don't know if he'll be ready for the weekend yet.
Given those absences, the absences of 2 DPs, how much is your depth going to be tested this weekend when you head to Real Salt Lake?
Yeah, quite a bit. We have, I mean, everybody's going to be in play for this weekend in terms of options, and we'll assess how these guys progress, the injured guys progress over the course of the week, but everybody needs to be ready to play, and everybody needs to be ready to contribute, and I don't have any real doubts if guys will be ready. So I know guys who are looking forward to getting some opportunities, and guys are ready to play. So for me, it's not a problem.
Any update on the appeal for Justin Morrow's suspension?
I don't have a final update. I imagine that would be coming out today or tomorrow, I would think, as we progress into the week, but I don't have a final answer.
What are you expecting?
I'm expecting, I'm not sure. I'm hoping that he's going to be available. I'm expecting that he might not be available. Yeah.
How do you prepare for that then? I mean, obviously you have a team formation and things. Is he taking first team reps or?
Today it was a little bit general in terms of everybody was playing and everybody was involved and everybody was taking reps. And as we get a feel for how his outcome is, then we'll put more reps on the person who's going to be filling in that spot. So we'll hopefully again we'll get that answer very soon.
Should we be concerned that you were taking reps?
You should not be concerned. Did you see the quality of my performance? No. No. It's just it was a numbers game. That's all, based on what we wanted to accomplish today.
What's Perkis's problem?
He had a small, I don't even know if it's a tear, strain in the soleus, which is a very small muscle in the calf area. Just a very strange. Again, I think it's going from turf to grass, hard surface to soft surface, and you get these little things that, unfortunately, it's that time of year just because of what's available to us. But it was something that we caught, and I think it's minor, and we're optimistic that he'll be fine.
You talked earlier about the difficulties of turf, practicing on turf or playing on grass. This week you're going to altitude, which is a new problem. Mm-hmm. How big an issue is that as a player playing on that when you're not used to? And there are different ways of adjusting to it. How do you think what are you doing anything to try to adjust to it?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we do to adjust to it is arrive a little bit later, maybe, minimize the amount of time we spend in the altitude. I don't think it's a massive deal if you show up and you're not there for a long time. I think the altitude actually really starts hitting you after a certain amount of time spending it there. At the end of the day, if we're chasing the ball the whole game, then you might, when you're short of breath, you might go, wow, the altitude is really getting to me. But at the end of the day, that's because we weren't playing very efficiently, right? If we are good with the ball and we're efficient in the way we play, it won't be a factor whatsoever.
Did you like what you saw from Ashton Morgan on the weekend in Charleston?
Yeah, it was good for Ash to get 90 minutes. I thought he played well. I think he needs to get more minutes, but I think he'll be ready to go. I think he's better as he has good leadership around him still, and I think he'll benefit from the leadership that he has around him for this weekend. And he's definitely the guy who's a clear favorite if Justin isn't able to go.
Are you having to rejig sort of plan B emergencies with the injuries on the back line? Because you could be missing Morrow, Caldwell, Zavaleta, Bloom. I don't know if I'm missing any other ones, but that's quite a significant chunk.
Yeah, I mean, we are. I don't know if we're having to make up anything specifically, but definitely guys are getting called upon who who knew they were in the depth chart, and they just need to be ready to play. And they've taken reps through preseason. They had plenty of matches, so it's not like it was that long ago since the guys have played 90 minutes themselves. So, but we'll call upon who we have available, and we'll make sure that they're as ready as we can be come Sunday.
Seaman being one such player.
He is an option. Yes, he is an option.
Just to clarify the injury situation, so Caldwell, best to call him questionable for Sunday. Bloom,
Questionable.
and Perkey probable. Okay. What about Salt Lake? I mean, you guys are losing Altidore and Bradley. They're losing Raimondo, but curiously not Kyle Beckerman. It's been suggested there's a little bit of chicanery there from Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yeah.
Any thought on that?
I don't know. I mean, I think Jurgen's going to take whoever he feels like he needs to get a result. I don't think he's in a position right now where he's going to play games with his team. He's going to take guys to Europe that he think can get him results. And if Kyle's not in the mix, he's not in the mix. They're also missing Sabo, who's going to be with Costa Rica. Luis Gil, who's been starting for him, who I think is with the U23. So they have some adjustments that they'll have to make as well. It's the beauty of playing through the international breaks. We all have to make our adjustments, right?
Jovinko did not get called up. Was there any discussion, or do you think it was just an issue of maybe he's not played that much recently?
I don't know the details as to why. I don't have any of that. We were kind of on pins and needles waiting to find out if there was going to be another player that we were going to have to make adjustments to fill that spot, but he's not. I'm not sure, again, the details why. I'm sure on some level he wanted to be there. So for that, I feel for him, and I'm sure he'll get his chance. But for us, we're happy that we have him as an option here.
And are Luke Moore and Colin Warner leading contenders to replace the Americans?
Yes, that's very fair to say. We don't have too many other options.
Sorry, you have a letter. What was the injury?
It's an ankle sprain. So it was in training. Just again, kind of got caught up in the turf, rolled it a little bit. But he's back to jogging, and again questionable. So we'll see.
Questionable.
Yeah,
So
rolled
he's
an
out-
ankle.
He's out of the walking boot?
He is. Yes. I think he's in a running boot now. So.